Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the wonderful blessing of the game of basketball that you've given us. We thank you for the safe travels of our friends from Glenwood over here, Lord. We pray that you bless each athlete with safety when they go through this game, and everything done tonight will glorify you. In your Son, Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now we're starting on
So, yes, but no.
Number one, Reagan Brown.
Oh, he's hot.
Number two, Mason Brown. Number three, Henry Campbell. Number four, Billy Newton. Number 14, Clara Parker. Number 15, Coach Jesse Kennedy. And now the starting lineup for your please.
And welcome into Sanford Gymnasium here at the campus of Lee-Scott Academy for tonight's rivalry matchup between the Glenwood Gators and the Lee-Scott Academy Warriors. The Gators coming in off a big win over Beulah, both boys and girls. Boys getting revenge over Beulah. And this rivalry renewed yet again here up in Auburn. Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, and Tyler Dykes here with you for the Glenwood Georgia Alabama Sports Live Glenwood Game of the Week presented by Zaxby's. I'll get it out eventually. Evan Brown, you're with me for the Beulah game. You saw the big improvements the boys made. The girls look dominant. What do you look for in this girls game first?
Well, no, this game's going to be really high tempo. Both teams like to press. Both teams like to play a lot of defense, get points in transition. It'll be a fun one to watch here tonight.
Reagan Bone gets the tip-off and wins it for the Gators, and the Lady Gators on offense first. Same starting four. Again, Kaden Henderson still out with an arm injury. She is expected to be back next week. Ball loose on the floor. Emerson White going for it. Ball still loose. Swings over to Palmore. Palmore back out to Hargrove. Hargrove to Palmore. And the Gators will reset the offense. Going to be a fun matchup. Hallie Palmore and Clark Ivett, the two leading scorers in the region. Going to be fun to watch these two high-flying offenses battle it out. Moody gets it inside to White, drives into the lane. Bounce pass to a Warrior, and that's Ivett going the other way for Lee-Scott. Pass to the near wing, open three-point look. She'll take it and make it. Sydney Dunlap, her 28th three-pointer this season. Lee-Scott up early 3-0.
We know that 2-3 zone is really scary when the other team can shoot the ball. Lee-Scott not afraid to shoot the three. Got to be careful here in the 2-3 zone.
Pass to the far side to Hargrove. Again, Lee-Scott playing the full court press defensively. Palmore at the top, gives it back to Hargrove. Hargrove to the near side to White, to the near corner to Moody. Pass inside left elbow. Hargrove spin move up for two, gets fouled on the way up. Lucy Zellner going to be called for the foul.
That's really what Glenwood likes to do. They like to get to the basket, get fouls, especially on this man defense. That's going to be your best friend, getting inside.
I'd like to remind you that this first quarter is brought to you by Keller Purdue and the Carroll Purdue State Farm Agency. We're also brought to you by Coca-Cola, Glenn Smith Connect Credit Union, and the Houston Clinic as Hargrove makes the first. Corey Harrison, the coach at Lee-Scott for the past 12 seasons. Dusty's been coaching the girls for Glenwood for the last 6. Hargrove makes the second. They've matched up 15 times. Purdue's gotten the better of Harrison, 13 out of the 15. Still on the other end here for the Gators, and back goes Palmore down the floor. Palmore left side, open look, up for 2 from the left block, gets it to go, and the Gators have the lead.
That's their offense right there, Noah. Their offense plays through their defense. You get steals, you go the other way, you get free points.
Moody, hands on the ball, and a jump ball call to tie up here on the near sideline. Arrow favors the Warriors, will keep it down here. These two teams faced off 3 times last year. The home team won each game. The 2 regular season games in the region tournament was held here, and Palmore with another steal going left side up from the block, gets fouled. Shot does not go, but she'll head to the charity stripe.
You know, Lee-Scott was really caught off guard right there. They opened up the game in a 2-3 zone. Coach Purdue changed it on that inbound pass. They win.
Line early on, 6-3 their lead. Dunlap who hit the 3, pass to the far side in the corner, going to be a long 2 from out there, missed, rebounded by Dunlap, put back up and put back in. Moody trying to get it out, Palmore right here in front of us. Tiptoes on the sideline and gets fouled.
We're going to be seeing that both ways all night. Both teams love to play the press. Which team can get the ball up court easier?
It'll be Moody right here on the sideline to throw it in. Long pass to the far side to Palmore, over the shoulder catch, bounce pass over the right side, up for 2 is Bone, and it rattles home. Dunlap, same 3-point look, same 3-point shot. Dunlap 2 for 2 from 3-point land early. We're tied at 8. Moody, left side, goes up, foul called.
Well, that's the problem with playing a full court press all game. Well, I believe they called an offensive foul there.
Offensive foul was called against the Gators. Ivan near side Dunlap. Not going to let her get that open 3-point look. They'll give it to Herndon. Herndon off the back iron, no good. Good rebound by Reagan Bone. Gets it stripped from behind. Ball loose on the floor. Recovered by the Warriors. Ball loose again. Ball loose on the floor. Dunlap recollects it. And we'll swing it around to Ivan. Ivan for 3. Off the mark. Rebounded by Herndon. Put back up, and it's in good. More of the same defensively for Lee-Scott. Really forcing a tough inbounds pass. Moody down the floor to Palmore. Palmore right side Hargrove. Open 3-point look. Too strong. Rebounded by White. White in the corner saves it, but it's back over to the Warriors. Kesey. Up for 2 and missed by Dunlap and recovered by the Gators. Missed opportunity there for Lee-Scott. Palmore quickly back down the floor. Up for 2. No foul call. Just rolls out. Bone with the rebound. Put back up. Gets fouled.
So far, the half-court defense hasn't really been there for Glenwood this time around. And if you're Glenwood, that's not good, because if on a make for Lee-Scott, that allows Lee-Scott to get their full-court press set up. On a rebound, you get to go the other way. Lee-Scott, especially having 4 players on the perimeter almost the entire time and only 1 player down low, you have to get your defensive rebounds if you're Glenwood.
First shot for Bone, no good. And as we talked about before the game, Evan, we expected this game to be really quick up and down the floor, many points scored in transition. And it's been exactly that way through the first 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely provided that.
Bone's second attempt in a rowdy Sanford Gymnasium. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip. 5 for 6 overall are the Gators from the charity stripe so far. Near side the Dunlap in the corner. And I think she traveled. Yes, she did. Again, you're watching the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Gators playing the Warriors, their dreaded rival, for the first out of 2 meetings in the regular season. Of course, these two teams met for a 3rd time in the region tournament. Might not just see them 2 times this season as did last season. Pass to the far side to Bone, up for 2, gets fouled.
That was so nice right there, Noah. Palmore, really good handles right there, able to drive inside, draw another defender, get the ball right to Bone, and chance for 2 points at the free throw line.
3:44 to go first quarter, and the Gators are already in the bonus. Bone went 1 for 2 from the charity stripe just a couple possessions ago.
That's part of the tempo right there, Noah. If you're going full court the entire time, you're going to have players coming down fast. You're going to have uphill movement, and you're going to get a foul. You're going to get free throws most of the time.
Bone knocks down the first, and we're tied at 10. Second free throw from Bone, up and good. 7 for 8 the Lady Gators are from the free throw line, 11-10 their lead. Long pass near side to Dunlap. Dunlap going to drive into the elbow, kick it back outside. They'll swing it back near side to Ivitt. Ivitt gives it off to Herndon. Herndon driving the baseline. Floater for 2 gets blocked out of bounds by Bone. What a block by Reagan Bone.
That was great defense and a lot of chaos ensued right there from the trap that was brought in that corner. Credit Reagan Bone on the block.
GC to Dunlap. Dunlap going to drive in, handles the ball low, passes it back out to Ivitt. Dunlap for 3. It's open, just missed. And it's going to roll right into us, into your living room. Out of bounds off of the Gators. Living room, out of bounds off of the Gators.
Last inbound play, they tried to get something open on the perimeter off the screen. Let's see what they try here. They have 4 high.
Near side, Dunlap, open 3-point look, high arcing shot. It's good. Goodness gracious.
I mean, that's been her
Cindy
spot.
Dunlap.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. She's been just about 30% from 3-point land this season. Her and Maggie Herndon, the 2 big 3-point specialists for the Warriors. Palmore around the left side, and it's knocked out of bounds off of her knee, so it'll be over to the Warriors. Lee-Scott up 13-11. 2:40 Warriors. Lee-Scott up 13-11. 2:48 to play first quarter here from Sanford Gymnasium in Auburn. Dunlap's open again. Can't leave her open from 3. Just misses. Back outside. Herndon for 3. That one's good.
So
Maggie Herndon.
You have to get your defensive rebounds when you have them all on the perimeter.
Lee-Scott 16. Lady Gators 11. We'll be back in just a moment on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang! We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood. Moody inbounds to Palmer, gets it back to Moody. Full court press defensively by the Warriors. Palmer quickly down the floor. Kicks it out to Hargrove. Hargrove just saves it before he goes to the bench. Palmer loose with it on the floor. Gives it back to Bone. Bone back over to Hargrove. Lady Warriors with a 5-point lead, 2:15 to play first quarter. Palmer around the right side. Kicks it back out to Hargrove. White, long 2-pointer from next to the free throw line, misses, and is rebounded by the Warriors. Ivitt, long pass near side, tipped out of bounds by Moody. What a defensive play by Lily Moody.
Well, Dunlap was right where she wanted to be. That's been her home place so far. Got to be really careful on that perimeter.
Yeah, this near corner. She's shown early that is where she likes to shoot the ball from. Near corner, Herndon. Herndon, a great three-point shot there to give Lee-Scott part of their 5-point lead herself. Herndon had 136 three-pointers attempted coming into tonight. Long two from the far side is good by Ivitt. Get her the 7-point lead. They have handled the full-court press against the Lee-Scott defense pretty well so far. But Lee-Scott's come out with a hot hand shooting the basketball. Double teamed is Palmore against the Lee-Scott bench, and a foul's called.
I know they've done a great job handling the press thus far. The problem has been finding points for Glenwood. With the man that Lee-Scott's showing, you want to try to get looks at the basket. We are in the bonus, though, so.
The Gators are in the bonus. It'll be Palmore to shoot 2. Lee-Scott with a couple milestones here as of late. Last time out, Clark Ivitt against Trinity Presbyterian scored her 1,000th point. And she's only a sophomore. And then senior for the boys team, Hayden Harper, at 1,961 career points. He's 39 away from the 2,000 mark. Palmore second, no good off to the left, but is going to roll out of bounds.
Ivitt really was the player I was looking forward to watching tonight, but Dunlap has showed out, almost has double her points per game average so far, already in the first quarter.
Ball tipped, and the Gators force a turnover. Down to Moody. Moody saves it. Back up for 2, misses. Tips it around, gets her own rebound, puts it back up again, misses. Bone this time with the rebound. Ball now loose under the basket. Recovered by Emerson White. Palmore, near side for 3. Just misses. But a foul called. I think it's an offensive foul. Let's see. It wasn't offensive foul called against the Gators. Under a minute to play first quarter. Lady Warriors leading 18-11. Ivitt gets around Hargrove, dribbles right side, passes the far corner. Dunlap open for 3, high arcing shot, just misses. Rebounding here on the near side, and a foul against Emerson White. Rayleigh Langford got the rebound for Lee-Scott.
That's just been all Warriors so far this first quarter. Lee-Scott dominating the offensive glass. Every time you have a long 3 like that, you're going to have a long rebound, and they know that.
Pass near side, Dunlap. Swings it far side to Ivitt. Ivitt going to pull up from 3. Just misses. Rebounded by Bone. A huge region matchup, huge rivalry matchup here from Sanford Gymnasium tonight. Long three-pointer from the near side, just missed by White, rebounded by Bone. She'll kick it back out to White. White's going to try her luck again from 3, and just misses off to the left. Saved by the Gators. White again with the basketball. Bounces. What a pass to Bone. Bone up for 2, just misses. Bone can't convert off the great pass by White. Ball loose on the floor, still loose on the floor. It looks like it's going to be a foul against Lily Moody trying to recover it, so it's going to be Lee-Scott basketball.
Regardless, you love to see the effort. Those 50-50 plays, especially in a game like this, may as well determine the game.
10 seconds left in our first quarter. Carroll Purdue State Farm Agency first quarter. And now Iowa with the basketball with 6. Pass near side to Dunlap with 5. Pass inside left block up for 2. Just missed with 2. Rebound batted around. Still loose. Moody over to Palmore, and the clock's going to expire. The Lady Gators on offense have handled the full court press pretty well, but defensively, well, Lee-Scott's hot on offense. 18-11, Lee-Scott leads after 1 quarter here in the girls' game of the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back for the second quarter of action here at the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The Gators and the Warriors renewing the rivalry. First time out of two of these teams will meet in the regular season this year. Lady Gators trailing 18-11 as we begin quarter number 2. Palmore swings it around. Emerson White kicks it out to Hargrove. Hargrove walks the handle, gets it back. Palmore at the top. Dribbles left hand, kicks it back out to Emerson White. Gators taking the time this offensive possession. Bone a long two from behind the free throw line, misses. And rebounded by Herndon for the Warriors.
Really good defensive possession for the Warriors. Almost suffocating. Glenwood couldn't get a clean look right there.
Herndon drives in, right elbow up for two, misses, rebounded by Hargrove.
The rare mid-range there for the Warriors.
Palmore near side in the corner. Dumps it off to Moody, left block, goes up for two, rouse it home.
That's exactly where Glenwood has to live this game, especially in the man coverage from Lee-Scott. You're going to have easier baskets down low.
Dunlap pass, left block, up for two, just missed. Got it on rebound and got fouled on the way back up. That was Sutton Lewis, the freshman, for Lee-Scott. And she'll head to the charity stripe.
That's the second possession we've seen where Lee-Scott's coming down the floor and Glenwood's in that press where you've had a Warrior down low underneath the basket with a wide open layup. This time, not able to convert, but they do get to the free throw line on it.
First free throw from Lewis, no good. Lewis misses the second and goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Bone with the rebound for Glenwood. Pass down floor to Moody, far side to Hargrove. Palmore trying to pass it inside the Bone, taken away by Lewis. Lewis near side to Langford. It goes up for two, blocked by Bone. White passes it far side to Palmore, and the Gators now the other way. Bone swings it to Hargrove. Gators trying to reset the offense. 6:19 to play second quarter. Lady Warriors leading 18-13. Hargrove drives around, free throw line, right elbow for two, off the mark to the right. Low rebound to Palmore, tries to put it back up and gets fouled.
Last two times bringing the ball down the floor for the Gators, they have had Reagan Bone operating in the center of the floor, swinging it to a wide open Gator down low. See if they can convert on some points. Or swinging it to a wide open Gator down low. See if they can convert on some points next time because they always have two people on Palmore bringing the ball up.
First free throw from Palmore, no good. Palmore, a 52% free throw shooter coming into tonight. Second one is good. Gators with a 3-0 run to begin this second quarter. Dunlap in the near side corner. Dribbles it, now passes it far side. Pull-up three-pointer over there is good by Stella Henderson. Henderson has the highest three-point percentage on the team at 29%. Bump that one back up to 30. Now 10 for 32 on the year. Driving in, Ivitt gets fouled.
Well, that's how they get their points right there. They live at the three-point line. They play defense, get steals. Now they get two free throws to try to convert. Normally they have a layup there, but two free throws off the steal. My bad, side out.
Malaya West Sanchez will check in for Moody. First substitution of the night for the Gators. Deflects the ball, and the pass near side to Dunlap. Dunlap, open three, near side, no good. Off the heel. Rebound right to your living room. And it's off of the Warriors.
Got a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of that tonight between the girls' game and the boys' game.
Palmore quickly down the floor to the far side. Up for two underneath the basket, just misses. And quickly back down the floor come the Warriors. Blocked by Bone, but a foul. It was Rayleigh Langford sprinting down the floor.
I believe Bone caught all ball there. Unfortunately, she did catch her on the body.
Langford's first free throw attempt is good. Two for two on that trip, and the Gators another substitution coming in. It'll be Reagan Bone taking a seat, and Kinsley Kushmar checking in. Wes Sanchez looking to inbound. Swings it near side to Palmore. Palmore going to quickly run down the floor, angle it to the far side. White at the free throw line. Now Hargrove at the top setting the offense. Swings over to Wes Sanchez. White drives baseline, right side. Spins back, fade away for two. Off to the right, no good. Rebounded by the Warriors. Dunlap driving the floor, kicks it out. Ivitt for three, near side. Off the mark, rebounded by Hargrove. Rebound stripped away, tipped away, and a foul on the way back up by Dunlap.
One of the smallest people on the floor right there. Coming again, the offensive rebound, going to the free throw line for it.
Wes Sanchez called for the foul for the Gators, and Sydney Dunlap to the free throw line. First attempt up and good.
Glenwood really in need for some points here. Only 3 points so far this quarter. They've been able to get the ball across half court. Haley Palmore, as the primary ball handler, has done a really good job there. Just need to find a way to get points on the board for Glenwood.
Second free throw attempt, no good, and rebounded by Wes Sanchez. Pass down low, left side, Kushmar up for two, it's good. Kinsley Kushmar on the board.
Instantly checking in and making an impact.
We've seen what the Gators have done offensively so far, but what do you think they have to adjust defensively here to slow down this Warrior offense? As we've seen, and there's another bucket right there by Ivan to slow them down.
Defensively, I think they've done a great job inside. The problem has been that three-point shot. That's where Lee-Scott's gotten almost all their points.
And Palmore here on the near side with the travel. Really the first time we've seen a struggle with the full court press on the offense for Glenwood.
Once again, rebounding. Rebounding so important for Glenwood on the defensive end. They get a lot of stops, but if Lee-Scott gets that make, they can set up their press.
Ivan up for two, it's good. Leading scorer in the region gives the Warriors a 12-point lead here in quarter number two. Wes Sanchez to the far corner to White. White dribbles around the three-point line, swings it near side. And the pass back to Kushmar to the far corner for three, off the mark. Palmore with the miss, White with the rebound, and a foul underneath. Jump ball's going to be called. And no foul, a jump ball called, and it's Lee-Scott basketball. And timeout called by Coach Purdue. Lady Warriors 28, Lady Gators 16 here in the second quarter. The Zaxby's Game Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium here on the campus of Lee-Scott Academy. Lady Warriors with a 28-16 lead over the Lady Gators. Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, Tyler Dykes here with you. Evan, a point you wanted to make about this Glenwood team so far?
Glenwood only has 5 points so far this quarter. They did such a good job in that first quarter with Palmore bringing the ball down, dribble, driving, and dragging another defender on her, and finding somebody wide open underneath. Gators really need to try to get that going again.
Lee-Scott with the basketball. Ivan has had a great night so far. Passes it far corner, and it's going to be a three-point shot from that side. No good. Long rebound goes to Dunlap. Again, the smallest girl on the floor with the offensive rebound, and she gets fouled on the way. No, she traveled. Traveled before she got fouled on the shot, so it's over to the Gators. Lee-Scott with 4 really solid three-point shooters. Tough to defend. Ivat, Dunlap, Henderson, and Herndon all at over 25% three-point shooting.
Agreed. You really have to close out or else they're going to have a good look almost every time.
Kushmar, long two from the far side, just misses. Rebound loose on the floor. Palmore tied up with Henderson for it. Jump ball called. Is going to stay down there with the Gators. Palmore, long pass to Hargrove. Wes Sanchez to the near side to Kushmar. Kushmar going to drive and kick it out to White. Emerson, high pass over to Palmore. Palmore right in front of the bench, back to White. White drives in right side, spins. Back, fade away for 2 off the mark. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of the Gators.
I'm not really against the shot, but I feel like Glenwood could do a way better job of going to the basket as opposed to going away from the basket. Couple times down the floor now, they've gone away from the basket on shots, and they have not been good looks.
Dunlap at the top. Pass deflected by Palmore, taken by Hargrove. Hargrove down the floor, right side over the Palmore, left side for 2 in transition, just misses. And a tie up on the rebound. And the arrow gives it over to the Warriors.
About our 3rd jump ball in the last 2 minutes there. A lot of hands active here. Glenwood showing a 1-3-1 zone now, here to hopefully stop that shooting threat.
Far side, Henderson for 3, off the mark. Wes Sanchez with the rebound. White looking for somebody to give it to. Spins around, gets it poked out from behind from Henderson. Hargrove swinging around, Palmer running back to her, trying to get it out somewhere. Passes it over to Palmer at the free throw line. Palmer through traffic, gets fouled.
If you're Glenwood, that's exactly what you want. You want to try to get to the basket. Made so many free throws in that first quarter, a big part of their offense here. I think Glenwood's a much better team when Palmore is dribbling, driving, drawing defenders, getting other people open.
First attempt for Palmore, good. Of course, free throw is very critical, very difficult in this gym. It is already packed and loud here in Sanford Gymnasium for this rivalry matchup. 2 for 2, Palmore is on that trip. 10-point game. Here, Henderson in the corner. Langford passes it back to the far corner, tipped out of bounds. Be out of bounds off of the Gators.
I'm not sure what that call is right there.
Yeah, I'm not either. They've changed the call. It is Gators basketball. I believe for a second they thought they were maybe saying that Coach Purdue was in the way, walking down the bench in front of the players, but he's on the carpet. There was plenty of room.
Sideline interference here? I'm not sure.
I think they discussed that initially. I think they've gone back on that course. The big Gators pass the ball with Wes Sanchez to throw it in. Gives it to Palmore, far side, gets around Ivan. Palmore quickly down the floor, kicks it out near side. Shot for three, deflected. It was Hargrove on the shot, and Wes Sanchez got the rebound but dribbled it out of bounds.
And Glenwood doing such a good job getting the ball up court on that press, just not able to convert in the half court.
Under a minute to play here in the first half. Lady Warriors up 28-18. Dunlap for three, bottom.
I mean, every time she shoots from there, it just feels like it's going in. That's about her fourth make right there.
Palmore along the sideline. Spins and throws it down to Kushmar. Kushmar left side, driving in. Trying to kick it back out, gets it out to White. White back up for two, misses. Wes Sanchez with the rebound, put back up, no. White with the rebound again, put back up again, no. And it's right rebounded finally and collected by the Warriors. And Ivitt quickly down the floor going on White, near side to Dunlap. Dunlap to the free throw line, passes it to the far side, swings it to the corner. Henderson for three, misses. Rebounded by Hargrove, 14 seconds to play first half. Palmore with 12. Cross midcourt with 9. Trying to pass it to somebody. Now goes left block up for two, short with 6. Rebounded and knocked out of bounds off of the Gators with 4.3 seconds to play in the first half.
Had a Warrior lose a shoe there and has to get substituted out now for it.
It was Dunlap, who you might think they'd look to in this last shot situation from three. But Wesley Kate Crocker will take her place. Ivitt with 3, across midcourt with 2, with 1 at the key for 3. Good if it goes, and it's short. The Lee-Scott Lady Warriors with a 31-18 lead heading to the half. And the Gators trailing. It's going to be a tough road and tough climb ahead here on the road at Sanford Gymnasium. Evan, any final first half thoughts?
Glenwood's going to have to go to the locker room and try to figure out that half-court defense from Lee-Scott. They need to find a way to get to the basket and get good looks.
Gators trailing 31-18 in this rivalry matchup at the half. We'll be back in just a little bit for the second half of action here on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium here at the campus of Lee-Scott Academy for the second half of the girls' game between the Glenwood Lady Gators and the Lee-Scott Lady Warriors. Zaxby's game of the week at Glenwood. Here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, the Lady Warriors with a 13-point lead as we begin half number 2 and quarter number 3. Gators with the basketball first. Lee-Scott with 6 made three-pointers in that first half. Part of the reason that they have that 13-point lead. The Gators with a tough hill to climb. They want to get back into it and possibly win it late. Hargrove pass inside the bone, deflected. Ball loose in the middle of the floor and taken by the Warriors. Herndon down the near side. Now at the top. Near side to Ivitt. Ivitt to the far side, saved before it went out of bounds. Back to Ivitt. Ivitt for three, near side, just misses. Rebounded by Bone, and a foul's going to be on the rebound on the floor.
Rebounding such a big problem for the Gators early on. That offensive rebound for the Lee-Scott Warriors has really given them a lot of second chance opportunity points.
I believe they called Reagan Bone for the foul. Dunlap, who hit 4 of those 6 three-pointers, inbounds it to the left block to Kesey, but Haynes Kesey can't knock it down. Palmore down the floor. At the top, pass to Moody, left side, up for 2, gets fouled.
They're going back to that first quarter offense. They're really trying to get inside. And no, I'd like to mention 10 of 18 of Glenwood's points have come from the free throw line so far tonight. So that's really been primarily their offense.
And the Gators have yet to knock down a three-pointer. Moody at the line for a chance for the first point of the second half, misses the first.
I do believe that was Reagan Bone's 3rd foul. That's why she has exited the floor early.
Moody 0 for 2 on that trip. Herndon down the floor, left side. Ball deflected out of bounds off the Gators. Trying to get it down to Lucy Zellner, the second leading rebounder on this Lady Warriors team. And got deflected out of bounds. Looked to be off of Palmore. Dunlap open for 3. Money. Cannot leave her that open. Sydney Dunlap, have yourself a night from behind the three-point line. 5 made three-pointers. And a turnover on the other end. No, saved by White. Somehow Emerson White saved it before it went to the crowd. Wes Sanchez on the baseline, tries to get it down to Palmore. Palmore loose on the floor, just throws up a prayer, and it's short, and it's rebounded by the Warriors. Herndon driving in, deflected out of bounds into the Lee-Scott bench by Palmore. Floating pass near side Herndon, dumps it off to Dunlap. Ivitt backs it out and will reset the offense. Near side Dunlap, three-point look from the near side, short. Palmore with the rebound.
You got to hold your breath every time she takes one of those. Already 5 made tonight. Going into this game, averaging 5 points per game. She has that many made threes tonight.
High pass near side to White in the corner. Dumps it off to Wes Sanchez. Deflected from behind by Ivitt, but they call for the foul. Palmore to throw it in. Bounce pass, to throw it in. Bounce pass Moody, left side up for 2. Beautiful. Dunlap for 3. Short. Long rebound, tip back to her. They'll kick it out to Herndon. Herndon goes around Hargrove. Pitches back near side. And an offensive foul against Lee-Scott. So Maggie Herndon will take a seat after the foul. Sutton Lewis will check in. Palmore driving in, bounce past Wes Sanchez, right side. Shot up, shot deflected, and the Warriors now the other way. Right side, up for two, no good, but fouled is Kesey.
You still have a lot of basketball to play here, but if you're Glenwood, you got to be cautious. Lee-Scott operates with an offense where you make threes, you go down the floor quick, you get layups. You got to be really careful because Lee-Scott can run the score up on you. You got to make sure you can stay in this game.
Kesey at the line, misses the first. Second free throw up, no good. A consistent score against the Gators last year with 7 per game. Still yet to score here tonight. Palmore dumps it to Hargrove, swings it to White, to the far corner to Moody, pass left side, Hargrove dumps it to Hargrove, swings it to White, to the far corner to Moody, pass left side, Hargrove up for two from the block, misses. Tie up between Hargrove and Ivitt, and the possession arrow favors Lee-Scott.
Well, Glenwood definitely has done a much better job offensively, moving the ball, not letting it get stuck. A lot of players touching the ball. Let's see if they can try to get some points here.
Both teams undefeated in area play. Winner would take that one-game lead. Lee-Scott 2-0, Gators 3-0. Shot from the right block, no good by Dunlap. Rebounded by Moody. Moody to Hargrove. Hargrove dribbling down the floor. Try to get out to White. Pass got deflected, and it's down the other way for Lee-Scott.
She had White there. She was just looking down, had her head down.
Ivitt nearly tripped, kept her foot. Up for two, misses. Rebounded by Wes Sanchez. Palmore sprinting down the floor left side for two. Gets fouled on the way up. Palmore's first is short.
That's somebody that Glenwood needs to get going. She's had a lot of field goal attempts down low. Hasn't really been able to convert too much. Has been able to get to the free throw line, but apart from that, not many field goals made.
Second free throw from Palmore is good. 13-point lead for the Lady Warriors as it was at the halftime break. Pass to the near side. Deflected out of bounds, off of the Warriors.
Glenwood showing Lee-Scott another look defensively, bringing in that press there.
Coach Purdue yelling football, so it looks like it's going to be Palmore. Take the back, it's going to be Lily Moody in at quarterback.
They're lining up the receivers there on the baseline now.
All run down the floor. It's going to be a pass to Palmore, now over to Moody, to the far side to Hargrove. Hargrove spins, drives in, up for two from the free throw line, rattles it home.
Such a good take, dribbling in, finding that soft spot. Made a little bit of separation. Good high percentage shot there.
Good mid-range shot there from Hargrove, an 11-point deficit now for the Gators. Palmore working on Ivitt. Threads the needle between her and White. Pass to the near corner. Long three, it's good. Sutton Lewis for three. 14-point lead, Lee-Scott. Their largest of the night. Palmore, pass got deflected, now a tie-up underneath. Palmore trying to find somebody to throw it into. Near side Hargrove, 5-second violation.
Glenwood's done a pretty good job limiting turnovers so far this game. One of the rare ones right there.
Ivick going to drive in right side, pull-up jumper for mid-range. Money. Lee-Scott up 16. Palmore running down the floor, right side, up for two. No foul called. Shot misses. Cushmore tips the rebound, goes over to Hargrove. And a foul underneath going to go against Rayleigh Langford.
Lee-Scott trying to recover from that press there. Glenwood had a 3-on-2 going downhill. They will have a chance for free throws here from that.
Okay, the Gators in the bonus here in the third quarter. Trailing by 16 with 2:37 to play. And Hargrove a little too strong on the first. Hargrove second, a dead bounce. And I think somebody moved early for Lee-Scott, so she's getting a chance for it.
As this game progresses, Snow, with Glenwood being down, you want to see Glenwood maybe go into more of a full court press, try to get those turnovers so they can get easy baskets on the other end.
Hargrove's second attempt at the second free throw is good. And the first turnover by Lee-Scott that was unforced.
Just a miscue there.
A break there for the Gators. Moody, Palmore. And she is quick with the ball in her hands, that's for sure. Good bounce, Cushmore for two, just misses, a little too strong. Moody puts it back up and gets fouled. And Palmore is so quick running down the floor with the ball in her hands.
She does such a good job breaking that press. She has such a controlled dribble. Very smart not to pick up the dribble. A lot of players panic and pick up that dribble and no one really shows to them.
Moody at the charity stripe. Just misses the first. Misses the second, rebounded by the Warriors. Dunlap, corner three, Money. She does not miss from that spot.
6 made three-pointers tonight. She is having herself one.
Palmore quickly back down the floor, trailing by 18 are the Gators. And a turnover, try to get over to Cushmore, pass a little too hot.
I like the look, though. She really turned it into a 2-on-1 fast break on the inbounds there. I like the idea.
Iva trying to drive in, kicks it out. Three-pointer from the near side, up and good by Rayleigh Langford. Threes raining in from everywhere for the Warriors, up by 21.
And I mentioned it earlier, this game can rarely get away from you if you let Lee-Scott make threes. You have to get your offense going. Try to find a way to get stops.
And White with a turnover high on the pass to Hargrove, and Coach Purdue wants timeout. A minute 36 to play third quarter. Warriors up 45-24 at the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium here on the campus of Lee-Scott Academy. Lady Warriors starting to pull away, up 45-24 over Lady Gators from down the road in Smith Station. Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, Tyler Dykes here with you. The Lee-Scott Glenwood rivalry renewed on the hardwood. Ivet, mid-range jumper for 2, nothing but net.
Well, they haven't had many of those. I believe that's their third mid-range make tonight. Most of it coming from the three-point line.
Hargrove quickly down the floor. 2 Gators here in the corner. Trying to pass it over to Wes Sanchez, but it's knocked out of bounds off of Lucy Zellner for the Warriors. Palmore bounce past Moody, left side up for 2. It's good. Second time they've connected on that play tonight.
That was great. Wes Sanchez got a screen there and then set one, and that opened up Moody down low.
Under a minute to play third quarter. Lee-Scott leading 47-26. Dunlap to Langford. Langford pass inside Ivet, up for 2. Got deflected. Saved by Wes Sanchez. Gators got to find a bucket before the quarter expires. 38 seconds to play. Palmore gets the pass. Left side up for 2. Gets fouled.
That was a nice little 1-2 play there with Palmore and White. Nice little dribble handoff. Opens up the lane to the rim. Not able to make the shot, but free throws coming from it.
Palmore's first is good. Stella Henderson, one of those deadly three-point shooters for the Warriors, will check back in, taking the place of Lucy Zellner. Palmore misses the second and is rebounded by Ivet. 24 seconds to play third quarter. Ivet down the floor, right side, up for 2. Good. Coast to coast for Ivet.
She's really starting to come alive this third quarter. A little quiet, overshadowed by Dunlap.
Palmore right side, dribbling in, right block, bounce past Wes Sanchez. Up for 2, good.
Good ball fake there. Get the defender in the air, easy layup.
5 seconds left, Ivet 3 with 2. Right side with 1, 3, good if it goes, it's short. And the Lady Warriors with a 20-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Lee-Scott 49, Glenwood 29. Here on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium here at the campus of Lee-Scott. Here at the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood. Gators trailing 49-29 to begin the final 8 minutes. Ivet mid-range jumper from the free throw line. Have they ever missed tonight? Ivet with another make. And a turnover there on the other end. To the right side, up for 2, up and good. Haynes Kesey. First points for her tonight, 53-29. Pass inside, Moody up for 2, gets fouled.
It's a quick 4 points there for Lee-Scott. You got to be really careful because this Warriors defense can suffocate you and their offense can bury you if you let it.
Moody finds herself at the Gators down 24. And Moody makes the first. Moody's second, missed. Rebounded by Bone. Out of bounds off of the Warriors. Got deflected.
Took a lot of contact on that rebound. Might have gotten away with one there.
Palmore. Long pass to Hargrove. Nearly another 5 seconds.
Fourth quarter, but they are still trying to operate their offense. They're still trying to get points. Barry Glenwood. Most teams normally try to slow it down, let the game clock run out. Not Lee-Scott.
That's gonna be Gators basketball after the jump ball. So it's gonna be Bone off the pass from Palmore. Foul call down low.
Lee-Scott very fortunate to have a very deep bench. Had a lot of fouls in this game so far.
First free throw missed by Bone. Bone misses the second, rebounded by the Warriors. Well, there's a foul over there in front of the scorer's table. Moody inbounds to Palmore. Gators trailing 53-30. Anderson White pass down low. Moody left block up for two. High shot misses it. Rebounded by Ivitt. Kesey driving in, kicks it out. Henderson for three. Low working shot just short. Rebounded, gets her own rebound. Henderson does. And it's deflected out of bounds off of the Gators.
A whole lot of Gators there. Just in there watching that shot as it goes up. Not a lot of boxing out. And once again, Lee-Scott really dominating the offensive glass here tonight.
Herndon drives in, floated for two from the free throw line is good. Lee-Scott with one of the hottest shooting nights of the year, up 25 over the Lady Gators. Bone, right elbow, gonna pull up for two, short-armed it, rebounded by the Warriors. But it's gonna go out of bounds, it's gonna stay down here with the Gators. Sutton Lewis couldn't quite collect it before she rolled out of bounds. Palmore near corner. Hargrove open look for three. High rebound by Bone. Put back up for two. Missed. Bone again with the rebound up for two. Missed again. Rebound by Wes Sanchez. And look at the Gators on the offensive glass getting some second chances.
Yeah, Bone's done a great job rebounding tonight. Unfortunately, just not been able to be on the floor too much due to foul trouble. But credit Bone, work on the glass tonight.
Jump ball called underneath, and the arrow favors Lee-Scott. Ivitt at the free throw line, kicks it out. Open three-point look near side, good. Maggie Herndon gets into the three-point shooting party. Hargrove down the floor, gets the ball deflected out of her hands, recollects it, now swings it to Palmore at the key. Up from three, no good. Rebounded by Bone again. Bone having herself a tremendous game on the boards. And she gets fouled on the way back up.
And she brought the Windex here to Lee-Scott Sanford Gymnasium. Unfortunately, that offense just hasn't been there for the Gators. Lee-Scott definitely shooting the ball over 50% from the three-point line. And we were having a conversation before this game. When Auburn High School boys came over to play Lee-Scott at home, they shot over 50% from the three-point line. And we had a conversation, you can beat anybody when you shoot the ball like that.
Really hard to beat a team with one hot shooter. let alone 3 or 4 of them that the Warriors have had so far in the girls' game. And Bowen makes the second. Gators trailing 58-32. Ivitt down the floor to Dunlap. Dunlap working on Palmore, driving in, kicks out Ivitt, open three-point look, just short. Long rebound to White. Bowen behind the three-point line, swings to the Palmore, going to drive in left side. An orthodox shot misses, and it's taken by the Warriors. Pass down low, left side, up for 2 from the left block, and good as Lucy Zellner. Warriors on the verge of doubling up the Lady Gators here in the second half. Looks like it was a travel by White before she passed it down court.
And Glenwood coming apart a little bit in this fourth quarter. More turnovers than they've had all game. Still not really getting that offense to get going, but turning the ball over, that really hurts you.
We also talked about how maybe weathering the storm early, especially against this full-court press defense for Lee-Scott, may be the key to the Gators. You know, let Lee-Scott, play their game early, but it's really tough to weather the storm when the storm never stops, especially at the way they've been raining in threes all night offensively.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you're sitting here thinking, can Dunlap keep it up from the three-point line after the first quarter where she had 3 made threes? She has not let up yet.
Bone with the miss near side. Now down the floor goes Ivitt. She'll kick it out to Herndon. Herndon swings it over back to Ivitt. To the near corner. Dunlap for 3. Just misses. Haven't said that too often. White with the rebound. Palmore down the floor. Up for 2. Foul underneath.
Well, good takeaway for the Gators tonight. I do believe they've done a good job inviting physicality, taking contact, and getting to the free throw line. It's really just converting on that half-court offense.
Palmore's first off the mark. Palmore's second is good. Ivitt going to drive into the lane. Foul on the floor. See who they called on. Going to be on Emerson White. Inbounds pass to Dunlap, up for 2, and it's good.
It's a great cut there from Dunlap. She really lost Palmore there. Wide open look underneath.
And a double dribble by Hargrove. It's been all Warriors in the second half. Won the first half 31-18, winning the second half now 29-15. Herndon swings it back to Crocker. Crocker far side swings it back to Huddleston. Huddleston back to Crocker. 2:55 to play. Warriors up 29. Ivitt, far side, pull up mid-range jumper. It's good.
She is so good from that mid-range. You can tell why she has over 1,000 points now, only as a sophomore.
And a turnover by White, back the other way. Herndon misses, and Palmore now down the floor for the Gators to Wes Sanchez, who can't hold the pass. Gotta say, this is one of the best shooting performances that I've seen this year, probably all year. One of the best in about the 2 or 3 year career we've had here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live calling basketball.
To agree. Ivitt and Dunlap have really put on a show. And not only them, there are about 3 or 4 other Warriors that have 3-point makes in this game, and it's just so hard to beat that when you're hot, you're hot.
for three, and just missing is Wesley Kate Crocker. Bone had the rebound, got it taken away, and it on the way back up a travel. Palmore with the basketball, a minute 40 to play. Gators down 31. Wes Sanchez, far side. Dribbles around, spins, dumps it back off to Palmore. Palmore right on the sideline, stepped out of bounds. Now under a running clock with the Warriors up 31. Open, long two-point look. It's good.
They have not been able to miss tonight.
66-33. Lady Warriors with one of the best games they've played this season. It's going to come at the expense of their rival, the Glenwood Gators. White back to Hargrove. Palmore inside to Bone. Pull-up jumper from mid-range, short. And a foul called underneath against the Gators. 15 seconds and counting. Crocker with 5, trying to work around Emerson White with 3 and a reach-in foul. And that'll do it. The Lee-Scott Lady Warriors shoot lights out and dominate their rivals, the Glenwood Gators, 66-33 here at home at Sanford Gymnasium. What a performance by these Lady Warriors.
I know, I'm surprised there are still lights on with the way they were shooting. I mean, they could not miss. It was unbelievable, and it wasn't just 1 or 2 players. There were about 4 or 5 Warriors that could not miss from downtown.
Clark Ivan had a great night. Sydney Dunlap had a great night. Sutton Lewis also hit a 3. Rayleigh Langford had a good night as well. Stella Henderson hit from 3. An all-around shooting clinic by the Lady Warriors. Evan, any final thoughts?
Well, Glenwood, they still played a very good game. I think they really answered the call, bringing the ball up the floor against Lee-Scott's patented press. I think Palmore is a great ball handler, did a good job getting to the free throw line. I think you can still take stuff from this game.
Yeah, and we talked about it too, how they handled offensively the full court press pretty well, but when you see the other team just make after make after make, it really puts the pressure on you. It makes you press a little bit, and we thought maybe, we talked about before the game, maybe Glenwood could weather the storm early and maybe get Lee-Scott a little bit tired, but Lee-Scott never missed, and it's really tough to beat any team that shoots as hot as Lee-Scott did tonight. So Lady Warriors dominate the Lady Gators in the first matchup this season, 66-33. We'll be back in just about 7 minutes or so for the boys game just after this in a little bit. You're watching the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back. On your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always. For the big and the tall, peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
When you have everything you need to start strong, you can give everything you've got.
Killing it.
Get stronger with best-in-class equipment at Planet Fitness. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended to Friday, January 16th.
You got this.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
And welcome back into Sanford Gymnasium here at Lee-Scott Academy. The girls dominated the Lady Gators 66-33. Glenwood boys looking to change that outcome and get a win of their own, a road win here at Sanford Gymnasium, which they have not done since January 13th, 2022.
Was not an easy task for the Gators. Lee-Scott is shooting 31% from. Was not an easy task for the Gators. Lee-Scott is shooting 31% from the perimeter this season on 425 attempts. Warriors have 4 players with 20 or more made threes this season. It's going to be a tough ask. They like to shoot the threes.
Aaron Carter won the tip initially, but it's controlled by the Warriors. Three-pointer from the far side missed. Rebound by the Warriors, and then the near side tipped, and Aaron Carter gets it. Braylon Alexander with the tip defensively. Starting 5 for the Gators: Braylon Alexander, Trey Clarity, Gray Garner, Caleb Phillips, and Aaron Carter. Alexander underneath, floater for 2, beautiful touch, and it's in. Gators strike first. Pass deflected and taken by Garner. Garner down to Caleb Phillips. Phillips right side, up for 2. No foul called as he got deflected out of bounds.
Might have gotten away with one there. Fortunate to still retain the ball, though. You have 2 very different styles of offense here. Glenwood is a team that likes to get their points inside. Lee-Scott, you're mainly going to see threes from them tonight.
Clarity to Garner. Garner spin move. Kicks it back out to Alexander. Braylon lost the handle, got it over to Carter. Alexander pull up three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Carter. Carter to Garner. Garner left side. Trying to dribble out of it and gets it over to Trey Clarity. Clarity at the key. Swings over to Alexander, and a foul called defensively against the Warriors.
Yeah, Myers there just a little too handsy there on his defense on Phillips.
Phillips gets the pass in from Clarity. Swings it over to Alexander near side. Pull-up jumper mid-range off the mark. And a tie-up between Garner and Haley. And that'll keep the ball down there with the Gators as the arrow favors Glenwood. Clarity to Garner. Gators up 2-0 in early going, 90 seconds in. Alexander drives in, bounce past Phillips. Open look for 3 from the far wing. It's good. Caleb Phillips from range. 5-0 Gators lead early.
And that's so dangerous. If Braylon Alexander can go downhill and draw defenders, there will be open Gators on the three-point line.
Shot blocked by Trey Clarity here in the Carroll Purdue State Farm Agency first quarter. Clarity going to drive in, pulls down the 3. Up for 2 from the right block, missed. Rebounded by Garner. And along the baseline, looks like it's going to be out of bounds off of Lee-Scott. Clarity, lob pass to Alexander at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. It's good. What a hot start for the Gators. 7-0, 2 minutes in here on the road. Foul called here on the near sideline against Garner.
Alexander is so special. Glenwood has 7 points. Alexander has scored or assisted on all 7 so far. He does a great job scoring. He can get inside, he can pull up, and he gets his teammates open. He facilitates the ball well.
One of the best freshmen in the state. Hayden Harper controls the basketball for Lee-Scott. The Troy Trojan signee. Pass near side. Carter goes up to block it, but it's made by Park Myers, and the foul called.
Yeah, Carter just a little late there on the help defense, ends up catching him. One of those rare inside shots for the Warriors as they love that perimeter so much.
Myers a chance for the three-point play. He misses and is rebounded by Alexander. Down the floor goes Clarity. Try the dump it off to Phillips. Good defense by the Warriors. Haley now is over to Myers for 2 from the left block in transition, and it's good. The Warriors like to play fast, is what Coach William Johnson has preached all season. Coach Perdue and Coach Johnson have faced off 21 times in the last 10 years. Glenwood leads the series 11-10. From the free throw line, 2-pointer for Alexander off the mark. Swing it, far side, driving in. Myers up for 2, off the glass, no good. Rebounded and put back up and in by Cord Zellner.
If you're Lee-Scott, you need that. Not only do you get points on the board, but you get the chance to set your full court press up. Garner
for 2, floater, it's good. Gators started off on a 7-0 run. Lee-Scott responds with a 6-0 run themselves, and now Garner responds the other end. 9-6 Gators lead. Harper blocked by Alexander. Long cross-court pass down to Phillips. Left block for 2, foul called.
Phillips did a really good job there, pump faking his defender in the air. Able to draw another defender on, not able to make the shot, but gets free throws from it. Something Coach Johnson has put a lot of emphasis on for this game specifically is defense and rebounding. So far, Glenwood already 9 points, chance to get 11 here. Going to need a little bit better job defensively for the Warriors.
Phillips makes the first, and a few substitutions coming in. It'll be Christensen coming in for Carter. And for the Warriors, Chapman Harris will check in, as well as Barrett Cook. Second free throw from Phillips off the mark to the right, but is rebounded by Trey Clarity. Clarity back to Alexander, who drives in, dumps it off. Phillips back to Alexander, and they'll reset the offense. Bounce pass back to Phillips. Gators up 10-6, 4:19 to play here in our Carroll Purdue State Farm Agency first quarter. Christensen at the key, swings it back to Phillips. Phillips drives in left side up for 2, just misses. And now the other way go the Warriors, but a whistle blows. It looks like it's going to be a foul on Ryder Christensen.
Not a bad shot there for Phillips. Has some good two-man action between Phillips and Christensen, able to get him a good look at the rim.
Watley into the ball game for the Warriors, has the ball and swings it over to Harper. Halfway through our first quarter, 10-6 Gators lead. Swing far side. Cook lost the handle and it's now over to the Gators. Tyler Clarity left side, up for 2, gets fouled.
They drew a lot of contact on the body there going up. Lee-Scott is very good at playing with a high tempo, high motor. They like to make teams run back and forth and back and forth. So far, Glenwood has matched that energy.
Clarity at the free throw line. Misses the first, short. Clarity had himself a game against Beulah from the three-point line. But a really good bench player for the Gators, also on the defensive side as well.
He's very active in those passing lanes defensively.
Second free throw from Clarity off the mark. And the Warriors control it. Driving in, kick out, Harper, near corner Chapman. Harris, bounce pass, swings it over to Harper. Harper bounces back to the top. Harper gets the basketball back, drives in, up for 2 against Alexander and Christensen. The shot goes and he's fouled.
Gators really did their film study. They are trying to deny that three-point line. Unfortunately, that opens up a lane to the rim. So far, no three-point makes for the Warriors, but they're getting everything they want inside thus far.
Three-point play converted by Harper. 1-point game, 10-9 Gators lead. Alexander, who had the game winner at the pit with 20 seconds left last season. Corner 3 near side, just short. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Hayden Harper. Driving in right side, pass over to the far corner. For 3, it's open and it's good. Barrett Cook from 3.
That's
Warriors
so
with their first lead of the night.
That's so hard to defend. They've got 5 guys on the perimeter there.
3 for Trey Clarity. The response just missed. Christensen with the rebound, puts it back up too strong. And controlled by Lee-Scott. Pass to the far side. Harper with control, passes it inside to Watley. Watley pass far side, Cook. Cook for three again. It's good. 2 straight for Barrett Cook from 3. Warriors lead 15-10. Alexander quickly down the floor and a foul called.
Lee-Scott's done a really good job responding after Gators opened up with a 7-0 run. Done a good job getting inside. Gators starting to maybe overcommit on help defensively. Warriors find their first three-point make of the night.
Phillips at the top, swings it to Alexander. Looks like an illegal screen or offensive foul against the Gators.
I believe they got him for a push-off there. Coach Purdue pleads his case. He's getting held.
Coach Drew not a fan of that call as the Warriors have control. Cook bounce pass right, block, kick out to Harper for 3. High off the heel, rebounded by Cook. Cook puts it back up for 2, and it's good.
Such a tough make. Man. Coach Johnson has the rebounding. The Warriors are starting to bring it now.
A high shot that just kissed off the glass. Warriors up by 7. Foul on the floor.
Tell you, it's been very physical early on. Both teams already in the bonus.
It'll be Alexander at the free throw line. Averaged 17 a game against Lee-Scott in the 2 games he played in last year. Makes the first free throw. Now Aaron Carter will check back in for Christensen.
Something worth noting here, Lee-Scott is a roster entirely of seniors and juniors. Compare that to Glenwood, who has freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors all over the floor. Lee-Scott, a more put together bunch.
Alexander makes both. Pull up three-pointer off the mark to the right for Watley, and controlled by the Gators. Alexander now the other way. Pass to the far side, back to Phillips. Phillips at the key. Drives right side, dumps it off to Alexander. Alexander pass cross court, near side, corner 3 up, corner 3 good for Tyler Clarity. Was hot from 3 last time out against Beulah and keeps it going for the Gators. 2-point game. Cooks drives in, kicks it out. Driving in, up for 2 on the right side, no good by Zachary, and it's rebounded by Clarity. Under a minute to play in the Carroll Purdue State Farm Agency first quarter. Lee-Scott leading 17-15. Bounce pass to Phillips. Phillips pull up three-pointer. Money! Phillips' second three-pointer of the quarter. Gators up by 1.
It's a great job by Alexander finding the trailer there, wide open, top of the key.
Harper for the response. There it is! Back and forth we go. Lee-Scott back in front, 20-18. Alexander back down the floor, just like that, up for 2, gets fouled, and the bucket goes.
He is having himself a quarter here. Oh, they may have gotten him for an offensive foul. Scratch that, they did not.
They're going to call it on the Warriors defensively, so it will be a chance for a three-point play, and again, the lead for the Gators.
He has been everywhere tonight, Alexander. Getting to the free throw line, finishing at the rim. Answering a big 3 there.
First attempt for Alexander of 1 is good. 21-20, Gators lead. Gray Haley swings it far side to Lyles. Lyles drives in, floater pass near side to Cook. Cook around Carter. Kicks it back to the near corner to Lyles. Lyles again around Carter, swings it to the far corner. Watley, open three-point look, off the mark. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Watley. Good control of his body in air, and he gets the shot to go for the lead. Alexander down the floor, gets fouled. Chapman Harris going to be called for the foul against Alexander with 4 seconds to play in the quarter.
Something to watch for Lee-Scott is how many guys will touch the ball before a shot gets up. about 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 guys will touch the ball before a shot gets up. They're really trying to pump fake, try to get the Gators to bite on the 3-point line and try to find something easy down low. If they can't, they'll have a skip pass with the Gator having to help.
First attempt for Alexander is good.
Not a good foul for the Warriors there either. You put a great free throw shooter at the line with 4 seconds.
Second one for Alexander, rattles out, rebounded by Carter, put back up, put back good. Gators up by 2, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Carter, we're in for a doozy. Gators 24, Warriors 22 after the first 8 minutes. Here the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia-Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
And welcome back to the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. The Gators with a 24-22 lead here as we begin quarter number 2 here at Sanford Gymnasium. Gators and the Warriors renewing the rivalry on the hardwood. First of 2 matchups this year. Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, Tyler Dykes here with you in the corner here pinned between the Glenwood student section and the wall. It is completely packed in here at Sanford Gymnasium here on a Friday night. Lee-Scott with the basketball to begin the quarter. Hayden Harper drives left side. Good stop, pump fake, shoots it back outside. Left side shot is good for Parks Myers.
Such a good job stopping on a dime, looking and find the open cutter.
Caleb Phillips with the basketball, had 2 3-pointers to his credit in that first quarter. Trey Clarity dumps it off to Alexander. Braylon Lyles for 3, money.
Bill.
Ball deflected out of bounds by Haley. Coach Purdue yells football, and we've got a little 3-wide set, and the pass goes to Alexander.
Wide open on the slant there.
Alexander swings it far side. Phillips for his 3rd 3 made, and it's in. See, it's a little off to the left and strong, and it's rebounded by the Warriors. Harper spin move. Oh, in the lane. What a move! Just missed the shot. Got it, the rebound, puts it back up for 2, misses again, put back up again, no. Aaron Carter that time with the rebound over Cord Zellner.
Good hands, didn't quite box out there. Fortunate to get the rebound on the second try.
Pass the near corner, 3-point shot off the mark. Swing to the corner, Gray Haley for 3. Missed, rebounded by Carter. Coach Purdue wants to reset the offense and yells Panther. Alexander swings it over to Clarity. Clarity to Tyler Clarity at the free throw line, drives in, left side of the lane up for 2, gets fouled on the way up. Tyler Clarity's really come on strong these last couple of games in area play.
That was a good job by Coach Purdue setting up his offense. It's easy for emotions to run high in a big rivalry matchup like this. He made sure he got his guys under control and slowed it down a little bit. Lee-Scott, not the team you want to get in a track meet with.
First attempt for Clarity, off the mark to the left. Brooks Zachary's going to check in for Gray Haley. Zachary also the 2nd leading rusher in 3A Area 6 football last fall. Second attempt for Clarity is good. And timeout called by Coach Purdue and the Gators. Gators 28, Warriors 24, 6:05 to play here in the second quarter. Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, Tyler Dykes here with you from Sanford Gymnasium on the campus of Lee-Scott Academy. The rivalry renewed between Lee-Scott and Glenwood. Been a track meet so far, a wild first quarter. On pace for 96-88 for the final score after that first quarter. The offenses have been flying high so far in the first 10 minutes, Evan.
That's what that tempo will do, especially with Lee-Scott. They want to get threes up. They want to get as many threes as possible. They typically operate 4 out on the perimeter and 1 on the free throw line. They try to use that strong perimeter ball movement to create open shots, dribble drive lanes. They've done a good job so far. Glenwood better offensively thus far.
So out of the timeout, Lee-Scott basketball. It'll be Hayden Harper at the controls. Pass to the key, back to Harper, pull up from 3, off the mark. Rebounded underneath by Myers. Second chance for the Warriors.
Yeah, you got a box out there.
Lyles bounce pass to Zachary, swings it over to Harper. Harper to the free throw line at the right elbow. Tries to get around Alexander and Clarity. Clarity saves it. No, he didn't. He stepped out of bounds, they're going to call. He stepped out of bounds before he saved it. He's going to stay down here with the Warriors. Harper swings it near side. Open three-point look for Lyles, off the mark. Rebound put back up and put back in by Brooke Zachary.
Yeah, you've just got to put your body on someone and get a box out to get that defensive rebound.
Phillips going to run the offense. Going to swing it over to Alexander. Gators taking their time on this offensive possession to get everything set. Clarity in the far corner, swings it back to Phillips. Back to Clarity. Clarity thought about the 3, gives it back to Phillips. Clarity gets the basketball, back to Phillips again. Clarity hits the deck. And Phillips again going to dribble it back out. And the Gators going to take their time. Pass down to Carter at the right elbow. Swings it over to the near corner. Corner 3 from the near side. Money! Trey Clarity with a trade.
At least got a little greedy there, trying to bring that double behind Aaron Carter, get a steal. Fortunately, found that Gator wide open in the corner.
Right block up for 2 and rattles home for Lyles. What a move through the lane. Alexander swings over to Tyler Clarity. Gators up 3, 4:20 to play second quarter. Alexander through the lane, passes it back to the corner. Corner 3, rattles out. Rebound tipped around and finally collected by the Warriors' Cord Zellner. Lyles drives down to the baseline and a foul called. Going to go against Trey Clarity. Been a cleaner second quarter so far. Halfway through, only 1 foul now on each team. Both teams were in the bonus almost immediately, it felt like, in that first quarter. Greg Garner's going to check back in, taking the place of Phillips.
A little bit more physicality here from the Gators to Garner in.
Wadley, bounce pass inside up for 2. Gray Haley, it's good.
He just spun right off his man, wide open.
31-30, 4 minutes to play first half. Gators up in front. Alexander, pull up from 3, off the mark to the left, rebounded by Tyler Clarity. Good long rebound there. Swings it back to Alexander on the right wing, back to Clarity. Tyler Clarity from the corner for 3, off the back of the rim and rebound.
Glenwood really need to put together some stops here. Have a little bit of damage control, go on the other end. Get their good baskets at the rim that they have been getting thus far.
Hayden Harper makes the first. 66% free throw percentage so far this season. Caden Edwards is going to check in for Carter. The sophomore is going to check in for the senior. Second free throw up and good, and the Lee-Scott Academy Warriors have the lead once again, 32-31. In a very competitive back and forth game through the first 12 minutes and change. Clarity, far side, gives it back to Edwards. Alexander over to Caden Edwards, swings it back to Clarity. Edwards on the wing. High pass over to Alexander, tipped away. He's going to go out of bounds off of Lee-Scott.
Glenwood really trying to move the ball along the perimeter, try to catch the Lee-Scott defense sleeping. I thought they were doing a great job in that first quarter of having Alexander dribble drive to the rim.
And how about the sophomore Caden Edwards getting some important minutes here on the road in a rivalry area game. Ripping off the Band-Aid is Coach Purdue. Trey Clarity, right side, driving to the block, and just throws it out of bounds off the feet of Barrett Cook. It looks like Caleb Phillips is going to check back in momentarily. Caden Edwards will check out. Alexander, long pass into Trey Clarity. Clarity to the corner to Phillips. Phillips back to Alexander, swings it back to Clarity. Clarity swings it to the near corner. Tyler Clarity drives in, hits the deck. And it looks like it's going to be a travel against Clarity.
Coach Johnson just called for all Warriors beyond the perimeter, it sounds like.
Hayden Harper trying to work against Clarity, drives into the lane, dumps it off, right block, ball loose, and good defense by Tyler Clarity to take it away. Alexander behind the back dribble, crosses over, left side, pull up from the left elbow, it's good. Braylon Alexander, what a shot. Gators back out in front by 1. Ball loose on the floor. Greg Garner deflects it. Ball still loose. Garner collects it and dumps it off to Alexander. Down court to Phillips. Phillips catches up with it, tries to put it back up for 2. And it's going to be off of the Warriors. Tipped out by Wyatt Watley. Off the shot by Phillips.
A little bit of a Hail Mary there from the Gators, lobbing it down the floor. Great effort defensively, getting on the floor, getting that 50-50 ball. Taking away a possession from the Warriors.
Carter will check back in. Garner will take a seat. Clarity to Alexander at the wing, crossover, pull up from 3, off the mark. Good rebound by Phillips, almost had the putback. But now the Warriors back down the floor. Pass down to Gray Haley for 2, just misses.
It's a little too quick there.
Tyler Clarity traveled before the shot.
Now the Warriors number 55, Matt Shively.
One of those unforced turnovers Coach Purdue really wants the Gators to try to clean up on.
Max Shiver, the big senior, number 55, now in the ball game for Lee-Scott. Harper drives into the lane. Good move through the lane, up for 2, it's good. And Lee-Scott regains the lead. How many lead changes have we had in this first half?
A lot. We've got a good one here in Sanford Gymnasium. Right there, Harper was just able to split the 2-3 zone, get that good look inside.
Phillips going to hold the basketball, and the Gators going to set the offense. Coach Purdue looking at the play sheet and finally gives the orders. Under a minute now to play here in the first half. Gators trailing by 1. Alexander to Trey Clarity in the corner. That Alexander now in the corner. Long cross-court pass to Phillips, dumps it off to the near side. Still trapped in the near side. Now he dumps off to Phillips. Phillips to Carter, right block for 2, and he's fouled.
Lee-Scott did a really good job that possession, staying home defensively. That skip pass was dangerous. Gave the opportunity for Glenwood to have a good wide open make beyond the perimeter.
First attempt for Carter, off the mark.
Look at the Warriors number 3, Chet Harris, number 10, William Miles.
Carter's second attempt off to the right. 0 for 2 on that trip on the charity stripe for Carter. Watley to Lyles. Lyles to the corner to Cook. Cook goes around Carter. Left block over Alexander for 2. It's good. 3-point lead for the Warriors. Alexander swings it near side. Trey Clarity to Carter inside left block over to Phillips. Right block up for 2. It's good.
Good take. Good cut there. Good find as well.
5 seconds to play in the half. Chapman Harris, free throw line, kicks it out. 3-pointer at the buzzer. Good if it goes. It's short. And a rivalry that has been about as even as it can get the last decade. All about the same here. Warriors lead 36-35 after the first 2 quarters. Evan, any final first half thoughts?
I believe that Glenwood has done a really good job getting to the free throw line in that first quarter. Didn't really try as well, didn't really do as good of a job in that second quarter. Going to see what they try to draw up out of the half.
Coach Purdue and Coach Johnson for the Warriors. 10 years, the last 10 years since Johnson's been at the school since 2016, they played each other 21 times. Glenwood leads the series in that stretch 11-10, and now they trail by 1 after the first half. We'll be back in just about 8 minutes for the second half of action. Stay tuned. The Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged midsize Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola.
Today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Georgia-Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
When you have everything you need to start strong, you can give everything you've got.
Killing it.
Get stronger with best-in-class equipment at Planet Fitness. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended to Friday, January 16th.
You got this.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
And welcome back to the second half of action here at Sanford Gymnasium on the campus of Lee-Scott Academy. Gators trailing 36-35. After the first 16 minutes, Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, and Tyler Dykes here with you at Sanford Gymnasium. Brought to you by Zaxby's as well as Coca-Cola, Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC Opelika, Kinetic Credit Union, and the Houston Clinic. We're also going to have the player of the game at the end, presented by Alex Quinney's Allstate Agency. Got the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week, and of course Planet Fitness as well. Official gym of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. So, Evan, it was a very entertaining back and forth first half. What are you looking for here as we begin half number 2?
The first quarter was a lot of tempo, a lot of fouls. Second quarter, they cleaned it up. I want to see if they can bring that into the third quarter as well.
Alexander, mid-range floater, just a little short, and the rebound goes off of the Gators. Myers swings it back to Harper. Harper drives in left side for 2 from the block. It's good.
He did a good job of getting his body between the defender and the basket. Easy layup there.
Phillips down the floor. Gators now trailing by 3. Pass down to Alexander at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Trey Clarity. Clarity now going to drive in right block. Goes up for 2, and it rattles home.
That's what you want against that zone defense. You're able to make the defense collapse, hit it wide, either get a 3 or drive and get a good lane.
Kick out, driving in right side is William Lyles, and he gets fouled. First foul of the second half goes against the Gators. And Tyler Clary is going to check it for his brother Trey. Myers to Harper, back to Myers. Myers can drive in on Phillips, now kicks it back out to Harper. Harper drives in right block for 2. It's short. Good rebound by Aaron Carter.
It's a great defensive possession for the Gators. They're able to stay with their man on the screen.
Tyler Clarity for 3 in the tie. Just missed high off the back of the rim and saved inbounds by Gray Haley. And Haley gets tripped up from behind by Tyler Clarity.
Very early second foul for Glenwood. You got to be careful here so you don't put the Warriors in the bonus early in the third.
Harper with the basketball right side at the block. Kicks it back outside to Zellner. It's taken away by the Gators. Alexander to the right side. Right block for 2, fouled on the way up.
That was all made possible by Tyler Clarity on the steal, getting on the floor on the other end, able to get the Gators moving downhill.
Braylon at the free throw line. A chance to give the Gators the lead back. Back and forth we go. So many lead changes in that first half. And the first one for Alexander is good, and we're tied.
I think lead changes are a very good thing because they give you a very entertaining basketball game, and that's what this has been so far in Sanford Gymnasium.
Alexander's second, off the back of the iron. And tied it off of a Lee-Scott Warrior, and there's an unforced error, the first, perhaps the night for Lee-Scott.
Unbelievable. Glenwood had no one down low to get that rebound.
Just an unforced error there for the Warriors here on the right side of the floor. And the Gators going to steal possession here.
Game where every possession counts.
Tyler Clarity to Garner off his chest, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Warriors. Clipped Parks Myers after it hit Garner in the chest. He's going to stay down here with Glenwood.
Glenwood 4 low. Look for the screens and the rolls here.
High pass down to Alexander. Taken away by Lyles. Lyles right side for 2. It's good. So a free possession for the Gators turns to a free bucket for the Warriors. Compounded mistake there, and the Warriors back in front by 2. Carter trying to hand it back to Alexander, turns it over. It's Lyles again, who gets hit from behind by Alexander, and the ball loose on the floor. Myers and Gardner fighting for it.
A little bit of a WWE Friday night SmackDown here in Sanford Gymnasium. I believe Lyles got away with a shove on the offensive end there.
Foul against the Gators. Already 3 here in the third quarter. Long pass down to Myers. Dumps it off back to Harper. Aiden Harper will be playing in college at Troy University this time next year and later in the fall this year. Drives in and gets fouled on the floor.
That's how Lee-Scott's offense operates. They have 5 guys wide there, trying to dribble drive, get the defense to bite and collapse and try to find someone wide open on the perimeter.
Garner called for a foul, the 4th on the Gators this quarter, and the ball goes out of bounds off of the Warriors. William Lyles tried to save it, hit off his knee, and out of play. Get the Gators 2-1 in region play. Pass down court, deflected out of bounds. Nearly a steal there for Brooke Zachary. Gators 2-1 in region play. They split the series with Beulah, lost on the road by 6 before on Tuesday night playing their best game of the year and annihilating the Bobcats, getting their revenge. And of course they beat Dadeville as well on the road. Lee-Scott still undefeated in region play. And another turnover for the Gators. Left block up for 2, blocked from behind Alexander, but the putback up and good, helped by Brooks Zachary.
It's a great job by Alexander staying home there and getting the block. Just need to have Glenwood help get that rebound.
Alexander quickly down the floor, loses the ball, and another layup by Harper, up and good. And timeout called by Coach Purdue.
Those live ball turnovers will absolutely kill you. A lot of free points here for Lee-Scott in the third quarter.
Lee-Scott up 44-38, 4:45 to play third quarter. With the Zaxby's game of the week at Glenwood.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium here at the campus of Lee-Scott Academy. 4:45 to play third quarter. Gators trailing 44-38. And what's been a very high-flying, back-and-forth, entertaining basketball game so far. Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, Tyler Dykes here with you. Here in the corner next to the Glenwood cheerleaders and student section. Glenwood travels. Gators travel not far here, about 40 minutes or so up the road in Auburn. Packed out gymnasium here on the campus of Lee-Scott. Greg Garner gets the pass in, and Trey Clarity on the left side swings it near side Alexander. Pull up for 3, just short. Rebounded by William Lyles. Pass down court. Cook, open three-point look. It's good. And timeout called. See, we're going to stop it here. Maybe see a timeout call. I believe it was called by William Johnson. No.
They have a stoppage in play. Looks like Carter rolled his ankle there.
Yeah.
They're going to get an injury timeout here just to get a substitution in.
Aaron Carter slowly making the walk back to the bench, and Christensen will check in.
Just a testament to how many players can shoot for Lee-Scott. Barrett Cook is a 6'4", 200-pound big man. More than 20 makes this season. He's second on the team.
Phillips to Clarity. Trey Clarity dribbling down the floor. Alexander crosses over left side, pass back over the heads of Phillips and Clarity. And another Gators turnover. The turnover bug has really bitten the Gators offensively here in the third quarter.
Again, every possession has mattered thus far. Glenwood giving up a lot of them here.
Floater pass inside, tipped away by Phillips. Right to Parks Myers. Floater for 2, short. Rebound tipped around and saved by the Warriors. Harper with the basketball. At the key, Lyles for 3. Good.
That's their offense. You have to get a better close out there. Lee-Scott really loves that three-point line. You've got to do a better job covering it.
Phillips quickly down the floor, right side. Floater for 2 from mid-range. It goes. Gators within 10. Bounce pass, heat check. Lyles misses. But a foul on the rebound. Going to go against Lee-Scott's Brooks Zachary. Football play again into Alexander for clarity. Alexander down the floor. Looking for somebody to give it to. Now long pass to Christensen. Over to Garner, but it's deflected and taken away by Brooks Zachary. Harper down the floor. Swings it near side. Open three-point look. Off the mark. Tipped around. Rebounded by Chapman Harris. Harris goes back up. Gets blocked out of bounds. We're going to stay down there with Lee-Scott. Ball gets in near side. Chapman Harris over to Barrett Cook. Cook back to Harper. Harper going to drive in right side. Spins at the elbow. Spins again to block. Up for 2 through contact. Gets his own rebound after the miss. Puts it back up. Puts it back in. What a play by Hayden Harper. Very hard fought and hard earned 2-pointer. 12-point lead again for Lee-Scott. And a foul here right in front of us. Going to go against Harper.
Temper's running a little bit here. I believe Alexander got shoved after the foul.
Trey Clarity to throw it in. Down to Alexander. Alexander at the free throw line. Floater for 2 through contact. It goes.
I mean, he went up and he hung in the air and he got that shot up. That was incredible body control.
Floated through the air for that one. Gators back within 10. Ball poked out from behind, but Alexander out of bounds. Inbounds pass back to Chapman Harris. Harris working on Christensen. Drives to the lane, spin move, kicks it back out to the left side. Back to Harper at the wing. Wing going to the left elbow. Harper does, and now he turns it over. Try to get a bounce pass down to the right side and taken by the Gators. Gators got to find a run here. Down 10, 2:07 to play third quarter. Phillips, Alexander. Pull up from 3. It's short. Long rebound goes to the Warriors. Hayden Harper down the floor over at Phillips for 2. Misses the shot, but he gets fouled.
Hayden Harper has such good footwork. He's had a lot of spin moves, a lot of 2 steps getting to the basket. That's why he's going to play at the next level.
First one for Harper is good. Second free throw for Harper, up and good. Again, a 12-point lead for the Warriors. Trey Clarity to throw it in. Got to get it in. Gets it out of the top. 5-second violation.
Trying to set Phillips on a go route there. Not enough movement from the Gators to get separation, get the ball in. Just another turnover in this third quarter.
Lee-Scott going to steal possession here. To Cook in the corner, Christensen on the defense. Cook drives into the lane. Pass to the right, block up for two. Parks Myers rolls it in. Take that, William Lyles rolls it in. 14-point lead for the Gators, and it looks like it might be another turnover. Let's see. It's going to be off of the Warriors. And the Lee-Scott faithful don't agree with it, to say the least. Phillips to Trey Clarity. Clarity down the floor. Long pass near side to Garner. Garner right side. Up for two, a travel.
It's not a bad look. Glenwood had numbers there. 3-on-2, getting down the floor. Maybe Garner just had to draw the defender a little bit more, get a bounce pass inside, would have had a wide open layup.
Christensen will check out. Aaron Carter, who looks to be all right, will check back in. Another substitution coming in for Lee-Scott. Gray Haley will check back in, taking the place of Barrett Cook.
Glenwood has to be really careful here not to let this game get away from them. Lee-Scott is a team that loves to get up and down the floor. Got to get stops and baskets here. This game will slip away.
Pull-up three-pointer, up and good by Chapman Harris. Had a big role in that historic win over Auburn High School back in December, and another turnover here on the other end by the Gators.
And that press really getting to Glenwood, causing a lot of problems. Coach Purdue doesn't like what he sees.
And Coach Purdue wants timeout. 1:17 to play third quarter. Lee-Scott increasing their lead up 59-42. Here in the third quarter of the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium here at Lee-Scott Academy. The Warriors, so far in the third quarter, outscoring the Gators 23-7. Great halftime adjustments by Coach William Johnson. And the Warriors up 1 at the half, now up 17. Pass to the corner. Corner three, good. More hot shooting for the boys as the girls had for Lee-Scott in the first game. Lee-Scott now up 20. Clarity down the floor, gets fouled.
That three-point shot really has opened up. When you make threes, that makes it so much easier to dribble, drive, and draw defenders because you have to close out on that three-point shot or else you're going to have a wide open look every time.
Tyler Clarity. Double team, and it gets it taken away. Wyatt Watley left side. Around Garner, right side for two, up and good by Parks Myers. Phillips with the basketball, lost the ball loose on the floor. Trey Clarity goes down for it. And a tie up. And the arrow favors Lee-Scott. Unless they call it a foul, let's see.
I believe they got him for a foul there on the floor.
They did. Foul is against Lee-Scott. And so now both teams in the bonus here in the third quarter, 37 seconds to play.
Lee-Scott operates that high-tempo offense that can get a lot of points on the board. Had 95 against Dadeville. They really like to try to run the score up in that offense. Just three balls, play defense, get steals, layups on the other end. Really makes it possible. They've really come to life in this third quarter.
Trey Clarity makes the first and misses the second. 30 seconds to play third quarter. Lee-Scott up 21, 64-43. Here in the first matchup of two in the regular season between these two dreaded rivals. Harris with the basketball with 20 seconds to go. Looks like Lee-Scott's going to hold for the final shot. Zachary swings it to Watley. Watley with 8. Down to Zachary with 7. Zachary at the left elbow and a foul underneath somewhere. Foul goes against Tyler Clarity for the Gators. 5.6 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, just not a great foul there. 5 seconds left on the game clock. You're going to give them 2 free shots when they would have had to have worked for it beforehand.
First free throw up and off to the right.
And that's something that I wanted to touch on. When you're shooting the ball as well as Lee-Scott is, you have to start going over those screens and being more physical. Oftentimes drawing the foul, which it did right there.
Second free throw up and good. Lee-Scott up 22. 5 seconds to go. Clarity with 4. Long pass down to Tyler Clarity, tipped out of bounds with 1.9 seconds to play. Parks Myers with a good defensive play. .9 seconds to play. Maybe one pass and shoot. Clarity's going to chuck it up at the buzzer, and it is off to the left. A dominant third quarter for the Warriors, outscoring the Gators 29-8. In the third 8 minutes, Lee-Scott up 22 with 1 quarter to play. We'll be back in just a moment at the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And welcome back for the fourth quarter of action here at Sanford Gymnasium. Lee-Scott up 65-43. As we begin the final 8 minutes, Noah Shelton, Evan Brown, Tyler Dykes here with you. The girls fell to the Lady Warriors 66-33. The boys had a lead early, 1-point game at half. But the Warriors, the dominant third quarter, looking to pull away. William Lyles with the basketball, now over to Cord Zellner. Parks Myers kicks it back to Hayden Harper. Harper to the corner, driving in is Haley. Haley kicks it back out to Lyles. Lyles floated for 2 over Gardner, off to the right. Rebound tipped around in there and out of bounds off of the Gators.
Just can't afford that for Glenwood. If you're trying to get back in this game, you need to get defensive rebounds. Turnover is so far the name of the game. You got to find a way to get possessions if you're Glenwood.
Zellner swings it to Harper, swings it over to Zellner, and back over to the corner to Harper. Harper drives in the left side now. Spin moves up for 2. It's good. Hayden Harper making it look like a dance floor out there. 24 the lead for Lee-Scott.
He's got incredible footwork. His spin move is the best part of his game, I'd argue.
No look pass Alexander to Phillips. The right side gets blocked from behind. And the Warriors down the other way. Up for 2 and good. Grayson Haley gets it to go and the foul. Going in from everywhere for the Warriors, both girls and boys.
Well, that's defense to offense right there. You get that block, you have a guy already running down the floor. It's just so hard to beat a team when they're shooting the ball well and playing great defense. Coach Johnson really trying to put an emphasis on defense for this Warriors team, and they've definitely answered the call this second half.
Free throw missed and knocked out of bounds. Looks like it's off of William Lyles. It is. Trey Clarity gets it in. Alexander sprinting down the floor, right side, up for 2 and a foul.
A good little two-step there, able to make him a little bit of room, trying to get to the rim, get by the defender. Defender got beat, had to hack him, send him to the free throw line.
Alexander misses the first. Second for Alexander, missed. Put back up by Aaron Carter, missed. Put back up by Alexander, tipped in.
He can out-jump anybody in the rim, able to get that rebound there purely from his verticality.
Harper drives in left side. Right-handed shot, no good, and a foul underneath. Parks Myers to the charity stripe. First free throw up and good for the lefty. Evan, it was a 1-point game at half. Now a 25-point lead for Lee-Scott. What have the Warriors done to pull away like this?
Defensively, it's turnovers. Turnovers are the name of the game. Glenwood is just losing possessions off of turnovers, offensive rebounds right there. A battle on the glass. Maybe, probably could have gone Lee-Scott's way. I don't have the best angle on that. But rebounding, turnovers, not being able to close out as well on that three-point line.
10 points for the Gators in 10 minutes here in the second half. Phillips trying to work down the floor, back to Trey Clarity. Clarity got to get across the midcourt stripe, just does. Goes through contact and a foul called. Warriors don't make it easy to try to just get down the floor to set up your offense, do they?
Not at all, and that's part of it, is when you make your shots, you give your defense time to set up and establish that press. Another big part of the turnaround in the second
Alexander half. Right side, up for 2 from the block, rattles home.
He just levitates every time he goes to that basket.
He floats in the air forever, doesn't he? Pull up 3, William Lyles just misses. Clarity with the rebound. Alexander down the floor near side. Cross-court pass to Phillips off his hands. Garner saves it. Garner going to drive in. Back out to Trey Clarity, the corner to Phillips. Open three-point look, just missed. Rebounded by the Warriors. Haley down the floor left side. Floater for the right hand, misses. Rebound and put back up by Gray. Haley missed. Hayden Harper the tip back up and good. And Lee-Scott wants a timeout. 72-47, Lee-Scott up 25 here in the fourth quarter. The Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang! We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the U.S. At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a...
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back to Sanford Gymnasium. 5:28 to play. Lee-Scott up 72-47 over the Gators. Down the floor comes Alexander. At the key, pull-up jumper for 3. Off the mark, just a little short. And rebounded by the Warriors. Knocked out of bounds. Looks like it can go off of Lee-Scott's Chapman Harris. Going to stay down here with the Gators.
Great effort by Clarity there, getting a swipe down. Made it go off the defender's knee.
High arcing pass to Alexander. Pull up from the free throw line for 2. It's good, and he's fouled.
That mid-range jumper it's a dying art. It's beautiful, but I grew up watching it. I got to watch Carmelo Anthony, so elite at the mid-range. Braylon Alexander reminds me a lot of him. He's able to get to that jumper. It looks good every time.
Very quick and smooth move from the hard dribble to the quick stop and step back. Alexander with a chance for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And he converts. Gators still down 22, 5:13 to play. Left side, ball loose on the floor and collected by Tyler Clarity. Gators forced a turnover there on defense. And Trey fouled from behind. 4 fouls now for Lee-Scott in the fourth quarter. One away from putting the Gators in the bonus.
If you're Lee-Scott, that's a really bad foul. Not only do you stop the clock, but one more and you send Glenwood to the free throw line.
Braylon going to drive in, kicks it out to Phillips. Phillips back to Braylon Alexander. Alexander, long pass far side, Trey Clarity. Left block, up for two, through contact, rattles home. Rolls in, drips over the front of the rim. 20-point lead now for Lee-Scott. Cook spins, passes back outside to Lyles. Lyles kicks it back over to Harper. Harper back out to Lyles at the top of the key. Pull it from three from range. Money.
Why not?
Goodness gracious, what a shot. William Lyles. Right side, Alexander through contact. It's good. No, it's just missed, but a foul called.
I mean, both boys and girls for Lee-Scott able to shoot the lights out. I'm convinced if they were throwing up shots from the Auburn Mall, they'd still be falling.
They really do knock down the three-pointers, don't they?
It's definitely an emphasis. I mean, 31% shooting on 425 attempts this season. Those are
pretty good
numbers for high school.
Very good numbers for high school. Alexander misses the first. But even if you defend the three-point line, they can attack you from the blocks just as easily. Plenty of size there on that Lee-Scott side as well.
Exactly, and the pump fake really opens that up when you're making threes.
Halfway through our fourth quarter, Lee-Scott up 75-53. Gators now in the bonus. Left side dribble, ball loose. Tyler Clarity with the steal, going the other way, right side. Back with two in the jam for Braylon Alexander off the glass.
Did a good job of following that miss right there. Got him one that looked pretty. A little bit of a head tap, if you will.
Alexander trying to go for the block. A foul called underneath. Shot misses, but to the free throw line goes Hayden Harper. Harper's first is rattles out. Don't say that very often.
Oh, no, not at all.
Part of the reason he is signed with Troy and will be a Trojan this fall. Second free throw attempt up and short. Alexander with the rebound. A rare 0 for 2 trip to the charity stripe for Hayden Harper. Gators need something special, down 20 with 3:20 to play. Float pass over to Phillips here on the near side. Phillips goes left, back to Alexander on the left side, and offensive foul.
I don't think I agree with that one. Myers hanging just a little bit on him.
Harper left side, kicks it back outside, and a pass in front of the bench to Myers. Myers back to Gray Haley. Lyles. Zachary. Harper inside right block up for 2 and good by Brooke Zachary. 22-point lead for the Warriors. 2:38 to play. Long pass right in front of us. Tyler Clarity for 3. It's good. Tyler Clarity. And timeout called by Coach Purdue.
Glenwood missed that in the second half. That was where it was in the first half. Not able to find it too much.
77-58 now the Warriors lead, 2:31 to play. Evan, if you were drawing up the chart defensively for the Gators, how do you adjust to this attack that Lee-Scott presents with the hot three-point shooting and the dominance inside in the paint?
Well, it's a little difficult, I'm not going to lie. When you're watching it, there are 5 Warriors moving almost at all times. On the other end, Gators maybe just stick a little bit too much, but Lee-Scott has guys moving. You have screens, you have cuts. It's just very difficult to defend that. Even on man coverage, you have to have all 5 guys sticking to their guys, staying home, or else Lee-Scott's going to catch you sleeping.
You've also got to give credit to their conditioning. To do that for
sure
32 straight minutes throughout the game, 4 quarters of action, it's not easy.
For sure. I would be gassed. But that's what Coach Johnson wants to bring. He wants to run teams out of the gym. He wants to play hard. He wants to have a high motor, high tempo.
The Gators down 19 with 2:31 to play. Again, going to take something special for them to get back into this one and make it a competitive ball game real late. Again, it was a 1-point game at half, a 36-35 Lee-Scott lead. Since then, the Warriors have outscored the Gators 41-23. Gray Haley into Myers, full court press defensively for the Gators, trying to force a turnover. Lee-Scott adjusts perfectly. Harper for 2 from the right block, allows it home. Clarity Alexander, 2:12 to play. Long pass near side to Tyler Clarity is short, and Brooke Zachary collects it for the Warriors. Gray Haley back to Harper. Under 2 minutes to play. Foul inside, going to go against Tyler Clarity. Now Lee-Scott in the bonus. That will send Harper to the line. You know, we talked about, Evan, how hard it is to win on the road here in area play. And the Gators have not won here. The boys have not won since January of 2022. And the streak looks like it's going to continue.
That's just such a long run. It's really hard to win. Sanford Gymnasium has always been a very hard place to play. Lee-Scott always packs out. I'm sure people from Auburn are coming in that don't even go to this school. It's just such a great rivalry matchup here.
81-58. Lee-Scott is pulled away from the Gators. Clarity, corner 3 near side. Off the back of the rim, gets his own rebound. Carter now collects the loose ball. Ball loose again on the floor and taken by the Warriors. Left side, Harper blocked by Alexander, and I think it's going to be called a goaltend.
I believe Harper got it off the glass there before Alexander was able to make contact with the ball.
First one of those I've seen this year.
Yeah, well, it's pretty rare when you have a guy like Braylon Alexander
who
that
can get up,
jump out of the gym.
Jump up to the rafters, it seems like.
Very unique and special.
A minute and a half to play. Christiansen into the ball game now for Carter. Floater pass tipped by Alexander and out of bounds off the Gators. Now Lee-Scott putting some of the reserves in. They're not young. Again, a roster made up entirely of juniors and seniors.
We covered that Glenwood Beulah game. It was senior night. Gators only had 2 seniors. This roster, I believe, has 9.
Gators also putting substitutions in. Noah Hudler, Marcus Lattimore, Caden Edwards, who came in earlier and played some crucial minutes. Ryder Christensen and Gray Garner all in the ball game. And now I think the referee found a little bit of a wet spot over there in front of the scores table. See, no,
I believe they called a timeout to get another reserve in there.
That's right, going to have another Lee-Scott Warrior coming in. It's Neil Reams. Harris back to Shiver. And now Reams with the basketball, back to Matthew Whittington. Harris thought about the three, drives in right side. Pass inside Whittington up for two, blocked from behind by either Lattimore or Christensen or a combination of both. Edwards down the floor to Garner. Garner drives in, back to Edwards. Edwards swings it to Noah Hudler. Hudler thought about the three, now drives into the elbow. Pulls up for two, just misses. Rebound tipped out of bounds. See who's off of. Going to be off of Lee-Scott. 32 seconds to play. One more reserve coming in for Lee-Scott. Watts Johnson will come in. Lattimore to throw it in for the Gators. Hudler with 30 seconds to play, over to Edwards. Edwards at the key. Down to Lattimore left side, up for two. Just missed. Johnson takes his time down the floor, 14 seconds to play. And it's going to be another victory here at home for Lee-Scott over the Glenwood Gators. Jack Fuqua with the basketball. He'll dribble it out. And the Lee-Scott Academy Warriors, after a one-point game it was at the half, dominate half number two and pull away and beat the Gators 83-58 here in match number one between these two rivals. Now for the Alex Quinney All-State Agency Player of the Game, we've got to give it to Braylon Alexander. He is special. He's a talent. As a freshman, the leader of this Gators team, you saw it in the three-point shots, the pull-up jumpers, the defensive blocks. Alexander's a special kid. This Gators team as a whole still really good. Just ran into two hot shooting teams, both the girls and the boys for Lee-Scott. Really did not miss from three-point range.
Alexander, he definitely is phenomenal. Only a freshman, and it's magical every time the ball goes in his hands. That first half, he was electric.
Gators next time out will be at Eufaula next Tuesday. Lee-Scott will be here with another region game hosting Beulah. Evan, any final thoughts before we close?
Sanford Gymnasium, one of the hardest places to play. It seems like they move on to 10-0 on the season. That's very impressive with the opponents they faced.
Coach Johnson for Lee-Scott and Coach Purdue now for the Gators have faced each other 22 times in 10 years. Even split, 11-11. We'll see who can break that split next time at the Pit on the 26th. That's next Monday. Not this Monday, but next Monday down at the Pit in Smith Station. For my producer, Tyler Dykes, for my color commentator, Evan Brown, I've been Noah Shelton. We thank you for tuning into this presentation of the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.